Morning everybody, how are you doing? Yes, I have been replanting, planting, sowing since 6:30 this morning. I had to get up very early and I thought, you know what, I'm going to kind of carry on and just crack on and get some things replanted. So what I have been doing, I'm going to give you like a little tour of here because things are going to change. I'm going to take a lot of stuff up to the polytunnel, hopefully today. But I thought before I do that, I'll give you a little tour of what's in the potting shed, how I've got things going, because at the moment I'm in a right flux. Everything is just hanging by threads because I will be hopefully doing a big upgrade over about 6 episodes over the year, and follow us along to like change that potting shed into a little bit more what suited for me. But at the moment, like I say, it's a mess. I apologise. It's hanging there by threads. But I thought I'd give you a little look round and what I've been doing today. So these are my tomato plants. The kind of, I would say, me second stage tomato plants. I've got some Sugar Crush, I think they're called, and some I think they're called Tomade. Now I'm hoping to put some of them ones out and hopefully get some outdoor tomatoes growing. Like I say, we're up here in the northeast of England, so it's touch and go. And the Sun Sugar is like a very little orange sweet one, which Audrey very kindly sent over the seeds last year. I've got 8 of them as well. But I want to take you into the potting shed and show you what's going on there. So again, I apologise before we go in here, but this is so there's a tray that Ian from Grown Local up in Scotland gave us, and that one was a failure. It didn't work. I left it, it got too dry and all the seeds died off. But come in to the potting shed. Yes, I mean it's nice and warm, I'll be honest, but there's a lot going on, and there's a lot like crammed space and wires and everything like that. So first of all, I have now decided these are going to go, but for the time being, I did have like the kind of tiers on them with the lids, but I just want some fresh air kind of circulating around. So it's nice and warm anyways in here, given, you know, like the lights, and I've got myself a little heat mat down there, and it's, you know, I'm keeping the temperatures, all keeping an eye on the temperatures. So hopefully I'm okay with how it's, can you see is there, how it's temperature wise, how it's holding up. But you can see it's just, these are great, don't get us wrong, but I'm still wanting more space, and hence why I'm kind of doing an upgrade. And you know, I'm going kind of down the route of big lights from Mars Hydro, and very kindly sent over another one, and I've got to pay me thing. There will be, there's in the corner there, we're going to do an unboxing because there's a newer version of this light, and that's what's going to be like about 6 episodes over the year of us like actually building up this whole thing. I'm going to kind of make this little space here a little bit smaller and build out that. This is DIY me on that good, and I got a friend to build us this because I was doing like tool work on here at one point, and I wanted it like solid, and it's solid, but I just wanted out a little bit more. You know, as you can see, these big kind of trays overlap, and it's just, well, there's a lot going on. So we'll start from the dark side and we'll work our way around. These are just the salads. Me plan, you know, when I did one where I said I was glue gun the labels. First knock and it fell off, but I've got from that one tray of seeds. This is just a dead thing that didn't work. That one tray of seeds, I've got some great salad, and I'm finding, and I will mention this on the live show. Oh, that's a thing. I might have mentioned it in another video, I'm not 100% sure, but the daughter's moving out and she's on the phone constantly. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, like, daughter's got us running around left, right and centre. So what I was saying is, and I don't know if I've mentioned it in another video, but just to be on the safe side, this coming Monday, there is no live show. I'm having to do the day job. Yes, so we're going to miss a week on the live show, and we'll do it the following week as well. It gives me a little bit of a kind of break in this high octane, I was saying to Steve, high octane pressure we're under there. So no live show this Monday. So let's go through then. So this is like a load of different varieties of salad, and I'm still going to be using more of this. Do you know what I mean? I find, we were talking about it in actually the live show, the veg you leave once you prick out stuff, that, because it never gets disturbed, it always seems stronger and better. So I'm going to just keep on using that, and there's some nice ones in there, you know. I'll get round to showing you them in a second or two. These again are the trays that Ian sent down, and basically I just bought from Premier Seeds Direct a couple of bags of lobelia and a couple of little bags of the petunias, sprinkled them on, and they're away, to be honest. And they seem pretty, I mean, there's no heat on here, and the lights are kind of, you know, over there. They seem to be doing all right. I mean, this is, I don't leave this light on, you know, and I've got that window blocked up with tools and that, but they seem to be doing all right, you know, as long as you keep them kind of watered, you know, from underneath with the little reservoirs. They seem to be fine, you know, and you can see where I've been kind of picking out, and you know, I've got them over there. These are just some fuchsias we bought from Costco. They were like, and they're a nice pot. You know what I mean? They're a nice kind of size pot. And it was, I think there's 8 there, and it was for a tenner. So, and these are just like all going just for like hanging baskets we're going to have around the house, you know what I mean? Now this was an experiment, and this little experiment is the whole raison d'etre for this getting shifted. Because I've got underneath there, I don't know if you can just quite see it, there's a heat mat, and I think it's called a rooted heat mat, and it's 1 meter and 20 centimeters long. And this is the kind of one, if it'll work, but I just put in a bag, these are Cosmos flower seeds, and they germinated straight away, and I've got it on just to a little kind of, and you see up there, 25 degrees on a little thermostat, and well, it worked. I mean, they all look at that germination. I've never had as good germination, but what it was, you know, I'm so scared of taking all this off and moving it, and not, because you can germinate in there, you know what I mean, it's kind of almost foolproof, where germinating without protection, I'm a little bit kind of wary. But this one, you know what I mean, worked great. Now this is a test, another test, and we'll see how it goes. I can always germinate in the house, but these are chili seeds, and chili seeds need a higher temperature, hence the 25 degrees I've got on the thermostat there. I've only had them in for about 4 days, 3 or 4 days, so it's on the mat. It's a nice little ecosystem, hopefully, you know. And as well, it is, you know, we do get some cold, you know, nights, not like freezing, and we've had the frost date's gone, so I'm hoping they'll germinate. Whether, can you see there in the light, I'll get under the light, whether they'll germinate, if I wanted to switch them on in, say, February, when's the ideal time to kind of get your chilies going. And really, I need to speak to JJ on the live show about chilies as well, because he seems to be a guru in that matter. So this tray is, and I'm not sure what actually seeds they were, but this tray is a tray of basil. Now, can you see there's 2 different sections of basil? Those were basil, which I planted, sown. Now, I thought I'd sown, these are supposed to be coriander, but I didn't realise, and I've obviously used the same bag of seeds and planted more basil. So I've got quite a few basil plants coming, and mind, they're looking nice and healthy. You know what I mean, you can never have enough basil, to be honest, but I did want some coriander, so I've got some away, and hopefully, you know, I've got about 24 plants coming from the coriander there. Again, these are just the hanging baskets, the sapphire lobelia, just put into little pots, you know what I mean? I got these from, oh, I mean, it's all plastic, I guess, but I got them from Wilkes, yes, in Shields, I think. You know, they're kind of handy, you know what I mean? So these are, well, just, they're petunias, which have come from this little tray there. They're just kind of petunias, and they seem to be doing all right, you know what I mean? This is, now I'll just move this. This is a tray, now I can't remember how many is in here, but I was able to kind of put loads of different salads from that one there, because it's, can you see how big? They're a bit bigger than the Charlie Dowden cells, so that's what I'm going for, you know what I mean? I'm trying to keep on my game, and I forget how many's in there, but there's a, can you see, there's a hell of a lot of seeds, and it's got a nice hole to kind of push them out. So I've got the red Grenoble, I've got Carter Long, I think they're called, New Red Fire, Chatsworth, Ashbrook. There's all different salads there. And what I did with this, and it was a great tip by Steve, to be honest, and when you fill up, and I did it with this one, and I shouldn't have done, when you fill up your, you know, you put your soil in first, and you squash it down, and you put more soil. I shouldn't have done. Yes, when you're doing multi-sowing of, say, a beetroot, or, you know, like radishes or anything like the multi-sowed spring onions, as much soil in as you can. But it's just wasting it really on the likes of that. Look at there's another text from the daughter. Right, I'll try. I'm a professional. I'm just going to carry on and do what dads do and just ignore the daughters. So what I did with this one is to save soil, you know what I mean? I just filled it up once, watered it, it sank a little bit, and that was it. And you can kind of see, you know, they're not exactly brim full. And I was, to be honest, I'm quite happy with that, yes. More petunia. I think it's petunia, and more lobelia there. To be honest, I'm getting stowed off with them. So we move over to the propagators, and these are going to go, I'm going to take these up to the polytunnel. These are some marigolds and some tagetes, and I'll actually probably keep them down. These are aster, which I planted on the 29th of March, and actually there's not many. I'm actually losing a few because I'm not watering them, but I don't want that many. I'm quite happy with that, but I need to probably have this tray back, so I'm going to replant them on. These are like an orange, nice orange flower. I picked up a couple of grafted chilies just to have some, but something's happening soon with chili, so keep an eye out for that video. Another chili there, and these are the tomatoes. These are my black strawberry ones. So these are my main black strawberry tomatoes at the moment, and they seem to be, and I love this size pot. I wish I had more of this size pot. So I've got more black strawberry, but these are me kind of the ones that, well, the ones that I did first, and the ones that are kind of, you know, close to us. So we'll see, hopefully we'll get them come through and get them over the finish. She's not giving up. Can I just give us a quick second? I'm a professional. Right. Moving on. Again, look at this. I'll just show you. This is when you leave. These are, I'm not sure which ones these are. These are probably Brad's Atomic. But look at the thickness of them. They're like marvelous, you know, but because they haven't been disturbed and put into pots, they're like a nice, you know what I mean? I wish they would just stay like that. I'll just put them down there so I'm get in. This was, again, there's a little thermometer in there. Sensor push, man, these are just so like handy working with the app. They just work brilliantly. I cannot recommend them enough to kind of keep a a detailed account of your temperature. Right, so this is, oh, careful, Sean. Oh, I've got it. Careful, I'm going to bloody pull that leaf there. This is that golden crown, you know, when I did the little supermarket tour and I had to end up going to a garden centre. I've never grown a golden crown before, so that's that one. It's looking at, you know, it's, you could probably do a repotting, but it's okay. More lobelia. God, I didn't realise I had that. We've got some. This is a second batch of the, and they came away. Now I've got too many there now. There was second batch of the banana shallots. So yeah, I don't know what to do with that many now. This is my second batch. Well, look, I'll show you these ones first. These are my Brad's Atomic, my main ones in my nice size pots. So actually, if you look, let me just, they are a better tomato than them, a tomato plant. You know what I mean? It's just head and shoulders, to be honest, but just leave them alone and they'll grow better. So these are my main ones. Then I've got some like backup ones as well there, some Brad's Atomic there, and I'll be giving them away, to be honest. So I think these are all Brad's Atomic, yeah. So there's all them are my Brad's Atomic, my main ones. And maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I've just watered, that's why there's some water in here. These are my cucumbers. So they're looking nice at the moment, but we'll see, because that's why hence I've took all this cover off, just get some air in there. I don't want kind of going mold, mildew or getting damp. I might even put a little fan up here as well, just to get things rocking and rolling. Again, this is me salad from that tray. So from that one tray, I've got that salad over there, this all different types there, and I've actually had to use, and this is why I did it. You know what I was saying about just putting the soil in, running out of trays. So these are my actual ones for like sweet corn, but I've just put one bash of compost in and then put them in. I didn't want to kind of waste too much compost, because when you're filling these up brim full and then squashing them down, you can fair go through a bag of compost easy. Yes, surprise, surprise, more lobelia. And these are my coriander that I got all my labelling mixed up, and that's all I planted, that's all I've sown. And I thought I was going to get the basil and it was a total kind of mix up, but they're there, they're working. Hopefully we can get them. So I'm going to take them to the garden, taking this to the garden, this one to the garden, the tajits to the garden, the salad to the garden, and that salad to the garden. I think that's the plan, and then I can get like the tomatoes in here and just have a little bit room, and hopefully maybe even put a fan up and things like that. So that's a little what's going on here. It all seems to be working, but it's all, like I said, when you don't use these sides, these lights are like a right bind. You know what I mean? That's why I'm kind of just liking these things. You know what I mean? These kind of big muckle things. They're just like, I don't know if you can see, I've got it like kind of cast on a diagonal, and it does everything. Do you know what I mean? So yes, I've got to do an unboxing. I've got to pay the man. You know what I mean? Do an unboxing of another one of these. They're very kindly sent over, so please watch it. It's for me, you know what I mean? Don't forget, no Monday, no live stream. We're gonna have a week off. You know what I mean? Just actors need that kind of, you know, release, and we'll see you next week as well. Right then, time to go up to the allotment. Look after yourselves. Take good care.